Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 22 of Perfect Album Side. And once again, 2 days in a row in the co-captain's chair, Guitar Hack. What's
Hey,
happening?
everybody. How are you, man?
Doing good. Doing
Nice to
good.
see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too. It's we're celebrating another one here. And speaking of celebrations, before we get to our perfect album side today, I do want to wish a happy birthday to a longtime loyal viewer. Fernando, happy birthday from Eric. I understand you're celebrating your 37th birthday today, so here on the 22nd of May. So thanks for being a loyal viewer here of Seeing Tranquility, and I hope you have a great day today celebrating your birthday, Fernando. Enjoy from all of us here at Sea of Tranquility. Happy birthday, Fernando, from Eric and all of us here. So
Happy
have a
birthday.
good day, Fernando.
Happy birthday.
So now that we got the birthday stuff out of the way, Hack, what do you got for your pick for a perfect album side today?
All right, here's another one of my absolute favorite bands right here. Can we see that?
The Cult.
The Cult, Sonic Temple. Yeah, their crowning achievement, their biggest selling record. Yeah, side one of this is absolutely killer. Sun King. And it starts off with a big slow intro, and then Ian says, "This is how it all begins," and then boom, they're into Sun King. Just a fantastic opener. Firewoman, another amazing song. American Horse, Edie Chow Baby. That was the big, I guess, the ballad that everybody was doing back then. But the difference is when the Cult does a ballad, it's a cool ballad. And yeah, Sweet Soul Sister. Just a fantastic side. Just pulling out the record here. Bob Rock produced, of course. Yeah, just a really good record. I mean, this was sort of, for me, this was like, I mean, the two previous albums, we had the Love album, which is still my favorite Cult album. Then you had Electric, and it's almost like they took the elements of the Electric, like in terms of the big production, and then they took the rock elements of Electric, which was very dry, and they kind of put them together in this, and it just works out really beautifully. And album does sound a little bit dated because you can tell it's like from that late 80s period, but
Nothing wrong with that, though.
yeah, but I mean the songs are all special thanks to Eric Singer. I didn't even notice that. But just, yeah, really good record, good opener, big album for them. And Billy Duffy and Ian Astbury, man, like, which basically is the Cult. Amazing songwriters, and Billy Duffy is one of those guys I don't think gets enough credit in the world of
Great guitar
guitars,
player. Yeah.
because he's not a flashy guy, but he plays the right stuff. He comes up with amazing riffs and his solos and everything, and just the production and the arrangements and everything, and just amazing. The whole album is actually really. Automatic Blues is another hidden gem by the Cult, which I absolutely love that riff. But yeah, just a fantastic album. There they are, hanging out in the desert. But yeah, Sonic Temple, man, fantastic. Side one, check it out.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's I can't argue that one at all.
Yeah,
Really good album. I will tell you, since we did the ranking the album show like a month ago or so, I've been
yeah.
listening to Love a little bit more. I think that will be creeping up my list in time. Yeah, I can kind of see what all the love is about for Love.
Love for Love, yeah.
Love for Love, yeah.
I think I was the only guy that picked that as my number one, actually.
Yeah, you were actually. Yeah, I had
no
mine.
love for Love.
Yeah, I had it fairly low.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a really good catalog. That's the thing. Yeah, Billy is just a great guitar player. Really is. The more you listen to those Cult albums, the more like I would love to hear like an album of just him. Because he's a really good soloist, and he doesn't get enough credit for that, I don't think. And a lot of great riffs. Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to hear Billy shine, the two records that pop into my head is Ceremony, because it's like just a lot of heavy guitar, just a lot of Billy soloing, and the other one is Beyond Good and Evil, and that's Billy at his absolute heaviest. Yeah,
that was my number two, right? Could have been my number one.
So that's a heavy friggin' record. Really cool.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so I'm going to go all the way back to 1973, just like yesterday, another debut album. This one produced by a guy named Ted Templeman. Sure, perhaps a few of you might have heard of that guy, right? Did a lot of stuff with Van Halen just a couple of years afterwards. But this particular album, this debut, was one of the notable things that he produced right around this time period. And to me, it's one of the great heavy rock debuts, US American heavy rock debuts of all time. I'm talking about self-titled, released from Montrose.
Yeah.
Side one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can make an argument for either side here, but side one, I mean, first of all, I mean, Rock the Nation is one of the great album openers of all time. Such a heavy killer track. The arrival of Sammy Hagar and Ronnie Montrose's big riffs and just crazy lead guitar work. I mean, this album is like, it's like perfection, because like there's nothing wasted on this record. The guitar solos don't go on too long. The riffs are tight and heavy. The vocals are kick-ass. The grooves are rock solid. So good. Then of course you got Bad Motor Scooter, right? Which is just so groovy, so heavy, catchy, great Sammy vocal. Space Station number 5, great riff. Got that kind of like psychedelic beginning, right? A couple of years after Psychedelia. And then perhaps the unsung track on this whole album is I Don't Want It. It's kind of like this early blues metal, right? I mean, just so heavy. Love the vocal, love the riffing. And it's just a cranking song. It's a fun song too. And even though Good Rockin' Tonight and Rock Candy and Make It Last and One Thing on My Mind on side 2 are all really, really good to great. Side 1, man, 4 5-star classics on side 1. So that is my choice for perfect album side for today. Side 1 of Montrose. And we've got side 1 of Sonic Temple by The Cult. 2 really good ones there, I think.
Yeah. Sonic Temple. Yeah. Yeah, I was about that record. I absolutely love Sammy's voice on that record.
Oh, so
it's
good.
Killer, man. I mean, you could tell he was just young and just full of piss and vinegar, and oh my god, yeah, killer.
I think one of the biggest missteps in all of heavy music is Ronnie's decision with the second album to kind of downplay everything they did so well on this album and really kind of force Sammy out of the band. And whatever, it's pretty well documented that Ronnie had an issue with people in his band kind of like overshadowing him. He had a lot of insecurities and things like that. But I really think that if they would have, with the second album, if they would have kind of, and there is some heavy stuff on the second album, but overall, it doesn't hold a candle to this. I think if they would have done another album just like this, kind of continuing on in this direction, man, and stayed together, this band could have taken over the world.
Yeah. Ronnie was kind of his own enemy in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah, which is sad. Such a talented guy, and he just battled all sorts of things his whole life. But I mean, Montrose could have been the great US hard rock heavy metal legends, and I think and it's just a shame that this album did okay back in the day, but I think this album has grown more in stature over the years and never was the big album it should have been, which is kind of sad, but what do you
back in, I mean, you go back to the early 70s, the rocks, like because I mean there's some really, I mean, I'm thinking like Mountain, Cactus, like there was just
Aerosmith,
there's some really good early 70s blues rock stuff that was just kicking butt. Really good stuff. I mean, the Brits had Zeppelin, but the US had some pretty good bands too back in the day.
Well, I mean, that's a good point, right? Because the Brits were basically hogging all the spotlight for the most part. So we were struggling here to come up, whether it was hard rock or blues rock or prog rock. We were struggling to come up with bands that were sustainable, that would capture the public's attention globally, like the British bands did, right? And we had some, I mean, we talked about a few of them already. Kiss obviously did it a few years later. Aerosmith did it, right? But and Ted Nugent to an extent, and you had a bunch of other bands, but none of them achieved like Zeppelin, Stones type of, so which is kind of sad, but
mid 70s it started to kind of come up, but really early 70s, I mean, Sabbath, I mean, there was too much competition,
way too much. Deep Purple, right? And Uriah Heep and all that. So but anyway, we digress here. So it's all about Montrose side 1 and the Cult side 1 of Sonic Temple. So let us know in the comments below what you think of these 2 album sides from these 2 great albums. But also, please make sure you list your perfect album side for today. So want to thank Guitar Hack for coming on once again and joining us here. And anything you want to plug on your channel other than myself and Martin's appearance coming up this week?
Well, let me mention that if everybody didn't tune in. May 25th, Martin, I, and Pete, we're going to be doing a top 5 Queen show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be talking some Queen. Other stuff on my channel, I got all kinds of original music on there. There's a playlist of original music. I got 650 videos, over 650 videos. So all kinds of stuff, interviews with musicians and all kinds of people. And I mean, there's just so much on that channel. It's on my channel. So go check it out. If you're looking for something to do, and there's a ton of rating shows on there. We've been doing shows now for, I think we're going like 2 years now or something.
I think so.
So there's a lot of Pete and Martin on there as well if you want more rating shows and things of that nature. But check out my original music because I work hard on that stuff and I would like somebody to listen to it.
There you go. So make sure you go over to Guitar Hack and click that subscribe button and kind of nosy around the playlist and things and go find some cool stuff. So
appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. So thanks for watching, everybody. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube, all together all the damn time. So stay tuned tomorrow morning for another perfect album side for Guitar Hack. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you real soon. Bye-bye.
Take care. Cheers.